I guess with the free DLC characters, it's already a decent fucking, like, game for the price. But it just feels like it's gonna need to do more to compete with things like Smash Bros. And multiverses. And you know they're trying to compete with multiverses because they wouldn't have bothered adding in the voice acting. They wouldn't have bothered adding in the items 6 months later if they weren't trying
Mm-hmm.
to compete with multiverses. Because it's like, well, we want people to pay for this DLC, and multiverses is going to be given away for free. We're going to be talking about Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl today. I honestly expected to talk about this eventually, but I mainly thought I would just be humiliating it because of, like, when Multiverses comes out, which I still think is going to be the better game. But like I said
Yeah.
before in my Multiverses video, um, I got Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl the day it came out. And I mean literally the day it came out. Like, I got it early because I knew that Steam released their game like an hour before console users. So I got this game like really early, earlier than most people. And I was really disappointed with this game. The lack of voice acting, the lack of personality, the minimal use of Nickelodeon IPs. There was just so many problems with this game. And now it seems like after 6 months, just about, they finally made this a good game for launch. Like, this game is now good enough to launch like this. It's still sad that it took so long for it to get passable,
The way
but
they originally launched it seemed a lot more like it was a demo, basically.
yeah, there were two characters left unfinished, and thankfully, because they're nice, they released the two characters that weren't done as free DLC. And now the
Nice.
true DLC is the thing you're paying for. You're not paying for what they didn't finish, which they could have been a whole lot worse.
Yeah. They could have been like, yeah, this was supposed to originally come out before, but y- we already released the game, so now if you want these, you can pay for it. So that is nice that they did do it for free.
So they added in voice clips and voice lines and stuff, and for the most part, it's fine. Like, it seems like they might be completely new lines because Garfield is voiced by, like, the new guy who voices Garfield instead of Lorenzo Music. Um, the SpongeBob lines are definitely new because it's the modern way that SpongeBob talks, not like the classic way that SpongeBob talks. So
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
SpongeBob is definitely a new one. Like, SpongeBob is definitely new voice acting wise. Um, from everyone else, it seems like their voice lines are good, but sometimes they just say shit that makes no sense. But this is already something that kind of already happened in this game. Like, the characters will just spout random lines in the story mode, where they just say random things. So this was already a problem. They'll just quote lines from their show instead of actually interacting with each other. Um, from the items I've seen, the items are pretty balanced. You get like the bomb pies from SpongeBob, you get the Reptar Mobile from Rugrats, you get a lot of really
Ooh.
cool items that throw back to older Nickelodeon shows. So I'm not disappointed with the items. I'm not really disappointed with the voice acting. It's about what I expected. There are still hardly any true alternate outfits. Like, there are alternate colors for everybody, but only certain characters have alternate outfits, like Garfield. Garfield has, like, a little napkin as one of his alternate outfits. Which is kind of sad, because I could see almost every one of these characters having an alternate outfit, because they're from a fucking cartoon show. Like,
Yeah.
it's,
And most of these have had different colors.
yeah,
Not different colors, different outfits, rather.
well, different outfits and color palettes, which will really help
Well,
you
yeah.
tell the characters apart. Like,
Yeah.
if I pick a SpongeBob and you pick a SpongeBob, the slight color difference is still going to be kind of annoying.
Yeah. Squidward's clarinet.
Yeah.
I
Um,
like that one.
the alternate outfits is something that they could use because I know that's going to be a thing in multiverses. Like multiverses is going to have alternate outfits. You'll have to fucking earn them via a battle pass, but they are going to have alternate outfits regardless. So I think alternate outfits is needed, and I guess another thing that's really needed to make this game like viable is characters from your big franchises. This game has
Yeah,
no
absolutely.
Fairly Odd Parents representation. This game will have
Yeah, it's just
one
bizarre.
Jimmy Neutron character. This game has
Not
one
even Jimmy.
Rugrats character, and it's a character who's meta in Rugrats. He's from the fucking cartoon show within the cartoon show. There's no fucking true Rugrats character.
Yeah, it's just really bizarre. Like, I can get this SpongeBob, I'm not surprised that SpongeBob's here, but the fact that some of the other big ones aren't here, it's just really bizarre. Like, I like the representation of the older cartoons as well, but the fact that they don't have, like, fucking Jimmy or Timmy or any of those is odd. Especially when you have, like,
Four
four
Ninja Turtles
characters from
characters.
Ninja Turtles. Yeah, exactly.
Four Ninja Turtles characters, and
Yeah.
fucking three characters from the Avatar series, three characters from SpongeBob.
hmm Yeah. It's just really weird.
They put Helga in here, but not Arnold from Hey Arnold. They're
Yeah.
adding in
Odd choice.
Rocco, but just Rocco. They're not adding in Heifer or anything. And there are tons of
Eh,
other Nickelodeon shows that I would love to see appear in here.
yeah, absolutely. Like they have a large category that they could add in, so that the fact that their uh category of characters right now seems so small or restricted is really weird.
Yeah,
Really weird that they don't have a larger cast, and that the cast they do have is often just a bunch from the same franchise.
what gets me mad is like in older Nickelodeon games they had like an essential cast that they would that they would reuse over and over again, and it seems like nowadays that just isn't the case. Like I get that why they saved Jenny for DLC because like My Life as a Teenage Robot is kind of niche, but like
Yeah,
there's no
good show,
reason
but
why
yeah.
a Jimmy Neutron character wasn't in the fucking launch. At least Sheen or
No,
something.
absolutely not. Oh god, no, not she. I don't want Planet Sheen fucking representation.
I think the Shredder is being voiced by Jim Cummings. That is so
Is
fucking
it?
weird. Yeah, the guy who played Shredder died, and I guess they might have Jim Cummings as an impersonator. I could be wrong, but that sounds like Jim Cummings. Um, but anyway, there's a lot of niche cartoons I'd like to see get representation. There's Cat Scratch, My Dad the Rock Star. There's so many fucking obscure Nickelodeon characters that I would like to see get a spotlight. Hell, maybe we could get a Kappa Mikey character. Like, the sky is the limit, and it feels like we're just gonna get the most predictable characters around. Meanwhile, with Nintendo, we get things like Mr. Game & Watch, an obscure
Yeah,
character no one gives a crap about. Fucking,
I know.
Rob the Robot, an accessory from exclusively the NES. Like,
Yeah,
we need some wacky curveballs for this. Like, it's
like, I
cool.
love that they're... No, go on.
I was gonna say, it's cool to bring in the well-known IPs, but I'd like to get something random where it's like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, like, I do like that they're adding in Hugh Neutron, because I
That
think
shows that
that's
they
fun.
listen.
But, yeah, they listen. But I would really like if they were to add in more obscure characters and characters from not well-known franchises,
Yeah.
and not just add in four characters from the same fucking franchise.
It would be cool to get like a variety of Nicktoons and
Yeah,
get like some
absolutely.
unique Nicktoons in here, like ones you wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
expect, like
Rocket Power
fucking
characters,
Kablam
maybe?
characters. Like go
Kablam? Oh,
really
yeah.
obscure. Go really fucking obscure. Or hell, if you can, Drake and Josh. Go wacky. Go wacky with it. You could add in anything Nickelodeon. It doesn't just have to be animated. Go for it.
That's true. You could add in so many characters.
Yeah, you could
So the
really go
fact that it
crazy
does
with it.
seem, the fact that their cast right now seems so fucking small, it's weird. It kind of like puts me off to it that there aren't that many options, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think that's a huge problem. They have Zim, but not Dib. No Dib. How can you have Zim and not Dib? And I'm sure there's tons of other, like, new Nickelodeon shows that I know nothing about that didn't get representation. But it's just
Yeah.
weird, the lacking of characters. Like, I like that they have Ren and Stimpy. They have fucking Cat Dog. They have, like, a lot of the OG characters. Danny Phantom's a good choice, too. But,
Yeah.
like, we need more than this. I guess with the free DLC characters, it's already a decent fucking, like, game for the price. But it just feels like it's gonna need to do more to compete with things like Smash Bros. And Multiverses. And you know they're trying to compete with Multiverses because they wouldn't have bothered adding in the voice acting. They wouldn't have bothered adding in the items 6 months later if they weren't trying to compete with Multiverses. Because, like, well, we want people to pay for this DLC. And Multiverses is going to be giving it away for free. And our shit isn't even
Yeah.
as good as it for fucking $40.
No. Because it does seem really bizarre that they weren't adding in even like any of the voice acting that might have been done until Multiverses was announced.
Yeah, it seems
And just
like people
suddenly...
like this game until they saw Multiverses, and because it has competition, it has to compete now.
Honestly, I really like the idea of this game, but I think Smash Brothers still does it a lot better.
Oh
And
yeah, definitely.
the or the Nickelodeon one is just really lacking. I think Multiverses has a lot more potential. It's probably going to do a lot better than Nickelodeon All-Star.
I think my biggest problem with the fucking Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is it just feels so fucking floaty. Like, it's so hard to switch from Smash Bros. To All-Star Brawl.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, because it does kind of look like, in all the fights you've been doing, just kind of floating around the stage.
Well, not to mention, sometimes you just get terrible stages. Like, not all stages are made equal.
No, not in the slightest.
And it feels like with the items, like, you don't just pick up the items like you would in Smash Bros. There's like, it's annoying picking up the items. Have you ever heard anyone describe the Zelda CDI games? How it's like, you can't just walk in front of a rupee to pick it up. You have to walk in front of the rupee, then hit a button to pick it up. It feels like that. It feels like I have to do, like, extra steps just to pick up a fucking item. Meanwhile, with Smash Bros., picking up an item feels natural. It feels like doing any other basic function.
In Smash, you did have to pick up a button to pick it up.
You do, but it doesn't feel like you're doing another button. It doesn't feel
Okay, I
like
gotcha.
it. It just feels natural. It's hard to describe, like, how a game feels, but that's how it feels to me. It feels like it's tedious having to fucking do extra shit in this game. Meanwhile, it just flows so naturally with Smash Bros.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And another thing that I'm worried about is I'm worried that they're focusing too much on properties they've bought rather than properties they made. Because we've got Garfield, we've got a whole lot of Ninja Turtles characters. I'm worried that they're just going to keep digging into the fucking Viacom vault and fucking digging out stuff from there instead of using more of the animated characters they own.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that they're doing it, because they bought them. It's a good way to keep making their money back on them, but I would really like it if they were to do more of the stuff that they made, and not the shit that they bought.
Yeah, same.
Because the ones they made are just more interesting, because they're a bit more unique, because they were originally created by fucking the Nickelodeon people.
Yeah. It seems like to me the golden standard for this game should be if they appeared in a Nickelodeon kart racing game, they should be in this.
Yeah, probably. That'd probably be the best way to do it. For
Meanwhile,
at least a
Garfield
little
has his
while.
own fucking kart racer. He doesn't need Nickelodeon cars. Garfield has his own
Mr.
fucking car racing franchise.
Garfield has so many different fucking games, and I honestly didn't even know Nickelodeon owned Garfield. I thought they
They
was still
bought
owned
him
by...
recently.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Garfield was a real recent purchase. That's
Okay.
why they ended up selling the Paul's Incorporated building and everything. Like, Garfield has been completely transitioned over to Nickelodeon. And I think it was like,
Oh,
I
shit.
want to say 10 years ago now that they bought,
What?
Ninja Turtles outright.
Oh, oh, I
Because
was gonna say it couldn't have been Garfield.
they outright own Ninja Turtles now. And one thing I like about this is, with the characters who are still needing to be bought, you can see them, and it has a little shopping cart next to it to remind you you
Yeah,
can buy characters. That's
yeah,
cool. I think that's how PlayStation All Stars did it. So
I do like that.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a bit mean here, and I'm gonna say that what Nickelodeon All Star Brawl is now is a decent base work for what it can be. But
Mhm.
right now, I still can't recommend this game. I can't, in
Yeah.
my heart of hearts, say that this is a good game. It's alright. It's perfectly passable, but it still feels like shovelware. No, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing that stage. But, it still feels like shovelware. That's my big problem with this, that it feels like fucking shovelware.
Yeah.
It
It
still is
doesn't.
just, it's missing that fucking quality. They're
Mhm.
trying to get it up there, but it's missing that quality to make it a legit game. I'm sure
You know
maybe
what?
when I get Jenny and play as Jenny, maybe my tone will fucking change and I'll be like, oh man, these new characters are so better. Because Shredder is good. Shredder is really good. So I'm wondering if I'll feel the same way about Jenny.
Maybe. But this game gives me more like indie project than fucking done by a big company vibes.
We need more stuff like how the Loud House is stylized. We need some
Mhm. Oh,
really
absolutely.
fucking stylized fucking characters and areas. Because
Yeah.
I would like to get some really fucking sketchy, like, rough looking characters in this.
Yeah,
Like,
I think that
characters
would be
who
really
aren't
fun.
easy to translate into 3D.
Mm-hmm. Because, well, so far all they're doing are cartoons, and I think all of the cartoons they've been adding have vastly different styles. I could be mistaken on some, but I think it's fun that they're adding them to this space to where they're all being mashed together and trying to be still unique but different. Because they are all different.
I think my fucking main request is Jimmy Neutron, Timmy Turner. It
Yeah.
needs to happen. The fact
Yeah.
that they're not in here is a sin. Like, you've got
Absolutely.
SpongeBob, you've got Danny Phantom, like the two that are missing from like 2000s Nickelodeon Dream Team is Timmy and Jimmy. You need
Yeah,
the Jimmy Timmy Power
absolutely.
Hour. Fucking add them in.
Like, it's genuinely insane to me that they didn't add in at least Timmy, since his shit is still going on, or at least was still going on.
Uh, it has a spin-off show on the streaming service, but it's
And we don't talk
technically
about this.
over.
We don't talk about this fucking spin-off show.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's still going, but technicalities. A cool alt skin for Patrick would be his Patrick Show outfit where he wears a shirt. That'd be a cool
Oh,
alt skin.
his gorilla suit as well from that one episode.
Right now they just have
Um,
one alt skin.
I think there's a lot of fun alt skins that they could do though, and the fact that they don't really have that many is kind of a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, for some of them I think it might be a bit more difficult, like Toph, maybe than Ninja Turtles. But for some of them it definitely shouldn't be that hard to come up with fucking alt skins for them.
They picked the right fucking Wild Thornberry character. They picked the right Wild Thornberry character. The only one you needed was Nigel.
They picked the meme Nigel. They're the meme Thornberry character.
He's the only one you need. Like, fucking Wild Thornberries isn't worth, like, doing anything else.
You don't want Donnie or the main girl who I can't remember her name of?
Isn't it Eliza?
It might be. I genuinely don't remember.
I think it's like Elijah Thornberry or something like that. I don't remember.
I think
But
you're right. I think it is Elisha.
but either way, fucking there's just characters they're missing out on here, and I don't know if they're planning on doing like with Smash Bros. Like 5 years worth of DLC, and then maybe like by the end of it we'll like have a good roster. But right now, I think even with the characters they're adding in as DLC this year, like I don't see myself playing this game a lot.
Honestly, I don't think like their thing is built up enough or finished enough to be adding in DLC that you can buy. I
Yeah.
think any DLC they add in right
Especially
now.
because each character costs about the same as a Smash Bros. Character. Like they're $4.
Really?
It's $4 a character.
Jeez.
Yeah. So they're doing Nintendo prices when it's not Nintendo quality.
They are not Nintendo quality, no. Not in the slightest.
Yeah. So, I have seen improvements on this game. I'm not gonna say this is a dumpster fire. Fucking PlayStation All-Stars will always be the fucking worst Smash clone I've played. But, this needs a lot of improvements. And I think the main improvement is more franchise representation, especially franchises people instantly know. Like franchises that should already be here. Like, who... I'm gonna be this guy. Who wanted Korra? Who wanted Korra?
Genuinely.
Like,
Genuinely.
I'm not even someone who shits on the fucking Legend of Korra. It's probably a decent show like Boruto. But why add in Korra and not Jimmy Neutron?
I don't
Why
know.
add in Powdered Toast Man and
Why
not fucking Timmy?
Why add in,
Fucking Rudy from Chalk Zone. Fucking Snap.
Oh!
There's so many possibilities. Like, the sky's the limit with Nickelodeon IPs.
Yeah. They could add in, Robot Joe. Then we'll
They
figure
don't
out what
own
Final
Robot
Action
Jones.
is.
They don't
Do
own
they
that.
not?
That's fucking Cartoon Network.
Is it? What the? Is it?
Yeah. One that I'm wondering about is, can they add in Doug? Because they're the ones that premiered Doug. I think they own certain seasons of Doug, but Disney bought Doug. So can Doug appear in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl?
They'd probably have to talk to Disney about that then.
Yeah. Because Doug was one of the original Nicktoons.
Yeah, I think, like, they'd probably have to figure out licensing on that one, because I doubt Disney'd be really happy that they'd put him in there.
Yeah, there's just so many fucking cartoons that I could think of. And if you can think of anybody, chat, put them in the comment section below. I'm really interested to see what characters you would want in Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I'm right now just wanting the most fucking basic characters. Like, we can go for insane stuff later. Let's just get the basics down first.
Yeah, I think the first two I definitely want in first is Jimmy and Timmy.
Yeah, they're adding in
still-
Hugh because he's a meme. But
Yeah.
it's sad that his son isn't already in.
Yeah, he should have been one of the first ones in. It's so weird.
I'm just glad that they're showing that they're willing to listen. I'm glad that they showed they're willing to update this game. This could have been like the Team Sonic Racing, where it never gets an update and it never gets DLC. But instead, they're actually supporting it. They're showing that they want to fucking fix it. They want to add more stuff to it. Which I can at least give them that. It is fucking Viacom, so of course they don't want to lose money.
Yeah, absolutely. Not surprised. But I think that it'd be really, really easy for them to make what they spent on the game and more if they were to just actually finish the game and have a good, fully filled out roster.
I think right now my biggest disappointment is that there are more Ninja Turtle characters than SpongeBob characters.
Yeah,
there are
I
more
really
Ninja
want,
Turtle
like,
characters
super
than
element.
like every other franchise here. And I get that that's their most popular franchise, but they didn't make it popular. And they didn't even use their versions. They didn't use their 2010s version. They didn't use their fucking late 2010s version. They
No, they
used the
used the most
1980s
well-known.
Turtles, the one that was
Yeah.
built by Saturday morning cartoon blocks,
Mm-hmm.
not them. And they know that. And when they added in Shredder as DLC, it's not their Shredder. It's the
Nope.
iconic Shredder.
Yeah. I think that does kind of show something, because they could have easily used their version, because
Their
they own that
first
now.
DLC, their first DLC pack were two characters they didn't create. It was Garfield and Shredder. And I get that they were supposed to be in the base game to begin with, but still, that's the priorities, is that these two characters get in who aren't even recognized as Nicktoons by most
Yeah.
people.
No. No, because I was still thinking Garfield was Cartoon Network.